Consolidate debt and simplify your finances, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Rocket. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victra will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
Pepper, oh no they didn't! Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen!
Hey Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is only $13.99 and is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville. You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. This is Eastern Carolina's longest-running sports radio show. The Brian Bailey Show is on the air. The Brian Bailey Show is powered by Greenville Utilities and also brought to you by
Angus Grill, Bostic Sugg Furniture, Bojangles, East Coast Grading, Papa John's, Pepsi, Seared Chop House, Taft and Hagler, Tiebreakers, and Greenville Auto World.
And now, here's Brian Bailey.
All right, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome into our show. It is a happy Monday if you're a Pirate baseball fan because East Carolina came up with the three-game sweep over Cincinnati, winning all three games, 9-7 on Friday, 4-3 on Saturday, 6-3 on Sunday. Colby Bortles, East Carolina volunteer assistant coach, is live in the studio with us. We'll take your questions and comments on our Facebook page as well. But Colby, first of all, welcome to the show and congratulations on the big sweep.
Hey, thanks. It was a good weekend for the Pirates.
We're going to find out exactly what Colby does because his title is volunteer assistant, but he does a whole lot of work around there, so it's anything but volunteer. He's live in the studio. We'll take our first break and come back with our show for you right after this.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations, from the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number one.
Pepper, oh no they didn't! Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen!
Hey, Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is only $13.99 and is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Bring the bright, fresh colors of spring home during Bostic Sugg Furniture's signature Spring Styles event. A little style here, a little color there. Make any room come alive for less. We have so many beautiful ways to refresh your home at savings that look good in any season. Plus, 6 months special financing. Pamper yourself with a new Serta or Restonic mattress and enjoy 48 months special financing with no minimum purchase during the signature Spring Styles event. On now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak or the seafood delight pasta. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House can feed your larger crowds with off-site catering and room for 125 in our adjacent banquet hall. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Hi, I'm Ken Hagler of Taft and Hagler. We're proud to be sponsors of the Brian Bailey Show and the Pirate Nation on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. If you've been injured on the job or due to someone else's negligence in an automobile collision, call us at 752-2000 for a free consultation with experienced professionals who care. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
I can promise you, we are going to be a hard-nosed, physical, fundamentally sound, disciplined football team. We're going to compete and go toe-to-toe with anybody we match up against. But that's going to be our mentality year-round.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, providing reliable utility solutions to the Greenville region since 1905. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to our show. Colby Bortles, East Carolina volunteer assistant coach. He works with the outfielders and assists with the hitters for East Carolina. Pirates at 27-18, 11-4 in the American Athletic Conference after the 3-game sweep over the Cincinnati Bearcats. Great baseball from this weekend. We're going to kind of dissect the series and that kind of thing, go over the future for East Carolina Pirate baseball, because the Pirates have a pretty good schedule coming up. It's hard to believe, Colby, we don't even think about it when you're in the middle of it, but you guys have played so many road games, and Cliff brought it up last week. We played more road games at this time of the year than we've ever played.
Yeah, it is crazy, and it's definitely good this weekend to get back home in front of the Pirate fans and having that loud atmosphere. Really helped us out, and we talk about it all the time, but going on the road and beating somebody in their own place is also fun. So but it was good for us to get back home and get those 3 conference wins under our belt, and looking forward to heading to Memphis.
At East Carolina, it's one of those situations where when you play at home, you're going to have good crowds and lots of noise. When you go on the road, in most sports, you don't know what you're going to get. Usually, it's not nearly as energetic and as fired up as it is at East Carolina. So playing on the road is completely different.
Oh, 100%. Coach Godwin talks about it all the time. When you play on the road, you got to make your own breaks. You're not going to get the call that you want. You're not, you can't expect anything to go your way. So you got to make your own breaks on the road and, basically take it to them.
All right. Also, as part of your job is the camps coming up, summer, fall, winter camps. We're going to go over those dates coming up in just a few minutes because we want to get that word out there because that's very important to the entire East Carolina baseball program. But as a volunteer assistant coach, at your age, when you're trying to get started, it's one of those stepping stones that most coaches have to go through.
Right. Absolutely. And I love it. I spend a lot of time, at the office and at the field, just doing whatever I can, making the scouting reports and, helping Coach Godwin with the hitters, positioning the outfielders, coaching the catchers. So, any part I can do, to help ECU out, I'm all for it.
And when you look at coaching staff, obviously Coach Godwin is on a pedestal here. He's done such a great job at East Carolina in his whole career. But you kind of look where he started and how he rose through the ranks. And then you got a guy like Jeff Palumbo, who's very well respected everywhere. He's his right-hand man. And then, you see what goes on with Austin Knight, who comes up when you guys have somebody leave and he comes rises up. So you kind of see how guys are working with this organization.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach Godwin has done an unbelievable job here. And Coach Palumbo, those are 2 guys that I look up to and learn from on a daily basis. So it's really fun and exciting to be in the office with them every day and learn from them.
And really, you look at it, it's almost like you think about those guys that those are guys that if you're a sponge and you just soak it up, you're going to learn something because you know how much experience they have and what they've been through and that kind of thing. So when you walk in, it's one of those jobs that you have that you wake up and get out of bed in the morning thinking, hey, time to go. Let's go to work. Let's have a smile on my face. Absolutely. And let's go because something good's going to happen.
Absolutely.
And when you look at this Pirate baseball team so far this year, obviously you guys have had some bumps in the road. What I've noticed and what I've really thought of as a program is that when you've gotten these big curveballs, like the Carson Wisenhunt situation and now the Jake Kuchmaner situation, but Cliff and Palumbo and Austin and you guys, Coach Bortles, you all kind of molded this thing together. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, and you got a team that's playing good baseball. And they do whatever it takes to win. You don't have a starting pitcher that goes out there and goes 7 or 8, but you've got pitchers that go in and get their job done. Sometimes, they give up a hit or a run and Coach Godwin makes a switch. But they've been able, as a coaching staff, you've been able to manufacture a team that still is atop the American.
That's right. Things happen, throughout the season and before the season. And, we can't go back and change, what has happened. So the only thing we can do is put our best foot forward and, continue on. These are the guys we have. These are the players that we're working with every day on a daily basis, and we're going to get those guys better, and we're going to win baseball games.
And we're going to talk about those guys later on because I'd like to hear a story about each one of them because they all have, this Pirate baseball program has always had kids that really, they embrace their community, and they haven't had a chance to embrace that community over the last couple of years because of COVID, but they still do. When the fans come out and the kids get to run the bases and all that kind of stuff like that, it's really, it's neat to see those guys, because I think to a man, those Pirate players kind of think back when they were that age, and that's what they wanted to do. Go on the field, the big field, and run around the bases and that kind of thing. So that's got to be, and you do a lot of stuff with guys too, trying to get them out in the community as well.
Right, absolutely. No, I was telling Austin today, one of my favorite, parts after a Sunday win is, watching all the kids run around and, seeing our guys play with them, high fives, shaking, signing autographs. So that's an awesome thing. And, previously I was the director of operations, so trying to get guys out in the community doing different things, with our players, going to elementary schools and things like that, just to, have a little bit of presence in the community and see, that, we like to give back and want to help out.
All right, let's go through the series. East Carolina with the sweep over the Cincinnati Bearcats. So let's talk about game one. Carter Spivey was the story on the mound. Goes 4 1/3, gave up a run. He's now 4-0 on the season. And the job that he's been able to do with some of the problems that have circulated, pitching wise, he's been kind of the solidifying factor for these guys.
Yeah, Spivey's been unreal. He's been amazing for us. Whenever we need him, kind of the stopper guy that that we have coming out of the pen. And it just seems like when he goes in the game, things seem to relax a little bit. The defense plays better, we can get back in the dugout quickly and get our offense rolling. So when he's in the game, usually good things happen.
And Coach Godwin was talking about that last night in his post-game press conference, that a couple of weeks ago I was saying, where's the offense now? And that the offense is definitely here, and the pitching staff is it's kind of a piecemeal type deal where Austin's having to take pieces, and I'm sure Coach Godwin's right in the middle of it, trying to take pieces, matchups, and that kind of thing, because you got a lot of arms, and you might as well use them all.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a a little bit of a chess match that Austin and Coach Godwin play, every game, and trying to figure out what the best matchup is for a team like Cincinnati, who's really offensive.
They can hit it,
really offensive. So especially with the game like on Sunday, where you just know since he's going to make a move, they're going to make a push late in the game. And we did a good job just using our staff, and Austin and Coach Godwin, just really good job using different guys, different matchups.
Friday night, Josh Moreland had 3 hits. It's the 8 of the 9 starters all had a hit in the game. Moreland's a guy who got off to a slow start, and good to see him. He's coming around.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Josh is one of our best hitters. So at some point, he's going to turn it around, right? So we always expected that. We always knew that. And, I think at this point, just having, confidence on a daily basis going out there, and he knows, you look up at the scoreboard and see your average, so that's not a great feeling. But, knowing that you can do it on a daily basis and having that confidence in yourself that, you are one of the best hitters in the country.
Pirates win game 1, 9-7 from Friday night. Amac had a 2-run homer in the 7th inning in that game as well. On Saturday, game 2, the Pirates take the series with a 4-3 win. Ben Terwilliger comes up 4 strikeouts in 3 innings pitched. And in that game, that was just one of those nail biters that either team could have won, but the Pirates were able to pull it out.
Yeah, absolutely. What a game. It was fun to be a part of. I was thinking about it on the car ride over here, but it just felt like Bryson gets on, Josh is up, and you kind of feel the crowd coming into it a little bit, and you just expect good things to happen. Josh hits the ball hard in the hole, and then we end up scoring, and it's just you kind of thank the Pirate fans for getting us going a little bit. You can feel them, and I know our dugout feels them, and just the energy that they bring. So really good game, and it's a tough one to win, but we got it done.
And Coach Godwin, he complimented the crowd as well after that game in his post-game press conference. But 4-3 was that final. So then the camouflage caps came out for Sunday. When the Pirates go for a sweep, they wear the camouflage caps, and they were able to get the sweep. And Bryson Worrell was a story in game 3, wasn't he?
Absolutely. Loved the camo hats, and Bryson had a really special day, hitting a home run from both sides of the plate. Probably one of the coolest things you can do as a switch hitter. But yeah, a really special day. Hit 2 balls extremely far.
He did. I mean, he nailed both of those balls.
Yeah.
And defensively, he came up with a couple of nice plays. I mean, he's all over the place out there.
Made an unreal catch going back. A little tried to creep him in a little bit. Told him I'm sorry that I had to make him go back there to make that catch, but just a great catch, and he had a great game yesterday.
Is that one of those things? He comes in the dugout and you have to go over to him and tell me, I brought you in a little too far almost.
No, thanks for picking me up, Bryson. I appreciate that.
That's good stuff. But and each, I mean, when you guys go to the scouting reports, I mean, I don't think any of us understand the complexity of those scouting reports. But when you're in the dugout, and I've had a chance to be in the dugout in the photographer's well right there, I like to go down there not only just to shoot, but just to listen and to watch. The coaches giving the signs and trying to put people back. Why do you move somebody over here? Why do you shift here? That kind of thing. But it's really complex, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. We have a pretty detailed report on every hitter, every pitcher. So we never feel overwhelmed or anything like that when somebody new comes in the game. Coach Godwin does a really good job of watching the pitchers and making sure that we're gonna have our guys to have the best success based on what we have watched. And just from their hitters standpoint, Austin Knight does a really good job in watching them. And then of course me and Coach Palumbo do a good job. He shifts the infield, and then me and Coach Godwin move the outfield around. So we watch them, and it takes a little bit of a time, but it's rewarding when it works out.
How much in advance do you have the scouting reports, and how hard? For example, for this week, you guys go to Memphis Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You don't have a midweek game, so that helps. But how long does it take you guys to get those scouting reports together?
It takes a good bit of time. I was telling somebody the first weekend I did for Brian, it took me like 2 days, and I was like, I can't take me 2 days, so I had to speed it up a little bit. But definitely having no midweek helps. So we're putting that together today, and hopefully have it done early this week.
And when you're putting that together, what all goes into it?
A lot of stats, every stats, the pitchers have. And then basically I'll watch the video, what their times are from first, if the guy on first, if it changes when a guy's on second, just all the pitches, sequencing, how many sliders they throw in a 1-1 count, change-ups, anything like that, anything that, is big enough where we can, basically tell our hitters, and, and then we dive a little bit deeper, what's the best approach off this guy, and, how can we have success?
And then when you guys talk to the players, I mean, are you guys in I always envision the quarterback room and the X's and O's that go up and everything. But you guys go into meetings with the players and kind of divide those guys up and kind of go over things?
Yeah, we have a hitters meeting and pitchers meeting before every game. So, whoever the starting pitcher is for the day, we, print out a piece of paper, put it up on the the TV in the team room, and kind of go over what's the approach for today, what does he do well, and what can we attack him with.
All right, East Carolina wins over Cincinnati 6-3 in the third game of the series, highlighted by when Coach Godwin was ejected, and we kind of joked before we went on the air, but I really feel like a good argument is much better than calling timeout and getting the umpires together than two of them going behind a screen and looking at a video, and then they come back, and I was asking you about the call in Raleigh the other night. I mean, it's baffling to me that when they go back to review it, and it's not just an obvious, sometimes they're an obvious error, and sometimes it's an easy, you see the runner at first, and he plants on the bag, and then the ball hits his glove, so he's safe. But some of these things, you just can't tell. And to overturn something when you can't tell. And you were telling me that they were told you the other night they kind of pieced something together.
Right. Yeah, no, it's weird. Review is, it's kind of becoming a little bit of, it just almost seems like a waste of time. You know? It takes a lot of time, and 9 times out of 10, they don't change anything. So, like we were talking earlier, the human element of it. You miss a call, I want to yell at you, and instead of, everybody just going back and looking at it. So, yeah, no, it's definitely different. And, the play at NC State, I thought, should have went our way, and it didn't. So, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, and it's just so, the play against Cincinnati that Coach Godwin was arguing about, it couldn't be reviewed. As you were telling me, the rule says a fair foul can't be reviewed unless it goes by the bag.
Yeah, it's got to go past
so that's
the bag.
so they couldn't review that. And I think in looking at it, and obviously I don't know exactly the whole thing, but it looked like Coach Godwin was just asking for help. Can you just get help? They get help on every call.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes it looks like if they get a ball strike call, they might get help on. But they get help on everything they do, and then the guy says, no, I'm not going to get help. And to me, if you're an umpire, part of your job is to try to keep control of the situation. And what harm would it have been? All he had to do was say, Coach, I'll get help. He walks up to the other umpires and goes, look, I don't need your help. I'm making the call, but I'm going to tell Godwin that I'm asking for help. But act like you guys agree with me. And then they would have said, okay, we agree. And he goes back. It's over with because he got his help, but that he really didn't get.
Would have diffused the situation.
Exactly. How hard would that have been? Now, hopefully, he would have gone over to the guys and said, hey, Coach Godwin wants to help. Do you guys see anything? And do it the right way. But we all know that, that things happen in baseball and things happen like that. But yeah, just to diffuse the whole situation, because it didn't. And sometimes, as well as I do, and not with just Coach Godwin, but with anybody, that some coaches want to get thrown out for a certain reason. They're going to, that's their goal right then. That was not his, you could tell. His goal was just to get some help and maybe get that call reversed, because it was a strange play. Now, if it had been reversed, we'd have seen the Cincinnati coach ejected, I think, because he'd have lost 2 outs. Yeah. So, maybe he was danged if he did and danged if he didn't. But I just think in that situation that all you're asking for is an umpire to get some help. And if he's honest about it, it goes over and says, fellas, Coach wants some help. I think I got it. What did you see? And if one of the other umpires says, it was blatantly a foul ball, then he's got to think about that. But yeah, I just
that's all he wanted in that situation, just a little bit of helping. That's why there's 4 umpires out there. You can't one guy can't make every call, so sometimes help is warranted.
Yeah, so it's fun. I'm one of those guys that likes to see a good argument. So
absolutely.
I missed that in baseball. I told you that I was out of town, so I came back and I'd read about it. So I got on ESPN Plus last night and rewound it and kind of queued it up and showed the whole family, and we all thought it was fun. We were rooting hard for Coach Godwin. We kept rewinding. Maybe they changed their mind, but they kept doing the same thing. So all right, Colby Bortles is live in the studio with us. Let's take another commercial break. We'll continue talking Pirate baseball after a sweep over Cincinnati. Back with more after this.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break presented by Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville. The ECU baseball team completed the weekend sweep of the Cincinnati Bearcats yesterday with a 6-3 win at Clark LeClaire Stadium. The Pirates are now 11-4 in conference play and is in sole possession of first place in the AAC. The Diamond Bucks will be back in action on Friday when they travel to Memphis for a weekend series. Former ECU cornerback Jaquan McMillan has agreed to an undrafted free agent contract with the Denver Broncos. Jaquan finished his ECU career with 12 career picks in 3 seasons. And former ECU safety DJ Ford has signed with the New York Jets. The Stanley Cup playoffs begin tonight. The Carolina Hurricanes are the Metropolitan Division champions, and they will play the Boston Bruins tonight at 7 o'clock in Raleigh. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Experience next-level adventure with Kawasaki Teryx KRX 1000 sports side-by-sides featuring a combination of trail-taming power, sporty performance, and rugged capability. Whichever Teryx KRX 1000 model you choose, you'll experience the ability to take on the toughest trails with unmatched comfort and confidence. Kawasaki Teryx KRX 1000, your world, your adventure. See them today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary?
That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities. Community owned, community powered. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to our show on this Monday. Pirates coming off that sweep over Cincinnati, and now East Carolina has 3 road games left on the schedule. 3 games at Memphis coming up this weekend. The Tigers are 5-10 in the American and 20-21 overall. Then East Carolina comes home for a slew of games, 8 of them versus Duke, and then South Florida for 3. Campbell comes to town, and then Houston for 3. And that Houston series is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, kind of like the Easter series. They go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so everybody can get down to Clearwater, Florida for the American tournament. What do you think of Clearwater? You like going down there for the tournament?
Love it. I think it's a great spot. Yeah. Right out there on the water, playing, I think it's the Phillies. It's the
Phillies, yeah. Clearwater Threshers, I think, is the minor league team. It's a part of the Philadelphia Phillies organization. That's where their spring training headquarters is, and it's really a nice area. The one year we were down there, the weather was bad, so they had to double up games, and we were playing on back fields, and it was a little different that year. But if the weather stays clear, it's really, if you get a chance to go to Clearwater, really make that trip down there and watch some Pirate baseball. With plenty of seats, because it doesn't draw all that well, because the teams come from all over, all over the place. But still, those that can get there, I think they enjoy. I think all the parents really enjoy going down there because they get a chance to go to the beach and that kind of. If the Pirates win a game, sometimes Cliff gives them some beach time. So.
That's right.
They gotta like that. All right, we're talking with Colby Bortles. His brother, by the way, is Blake Bortles, former North Carolina NFL quarterback. Got him all over the place from UCF, one of the UCF's best players ever. The 3rd overall pick of the 2014 NFL draft. What was it like when he was playing ball and getting drafted and that kind of thing? Because you just had the NFL draft, but what was that like for you as that's your brother?
It was awesome. Would be probably the first word I could think of. It's weird seeing your brother on TV every day, and I was at Ole Miss and scouted all the combine stuff, and you turn on ESPN and you see UCF Pro Day and everything's about Blake and all that. So it was definitely weird at first, but awesome, and he's been great to me, and he continues to do the right thing, so it's awesome to see.
Does he keep up with you and the Pirates?
Oh yeah, he was at a UCF game. We went down there, in his Pirate gear. So we actually went to I went down to Orlando. He got inducted in the UCF Hall of Fame when ECU was down there, and I was like, I'm wearing an ECU shirt, and he was like, well, I'm not taking you on the field if you're wearing an ECU shirt. So but no, awesome.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. All in the family right there. How many family members do you have then?
Just him. Just older brother. Yep.
Okay. Good. Well, good for the Bortles. Lots of sports, I guess, you guys growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Often all of
everything was a competition. That's right.
That's good. And you were the little one, so you probably got beat on pretty good, didn't you?
No doubt.
All right. Colby Bortles, volunteer assistant coach for East Carolina. Let's go over those camp dates for everyone. The summer camp for East Carolina and the ages and that kind of thing.
Yeah, summer camp. So it's ages 6 to 13. We have the first one is going to be
it's the middle of June.
Yeah, it's going to be June 27th.
Okay,
in the June 27th week, and then the second one will be July 17th. and then the third one's the week after that. So pretty excited about it. Everybody's seemed to register. There's flyers posted all around the stadium, and really looking forward to it. This is my first year doing it, so Austin's kind of giving me the book, giving me the instructions. So really excited about it, and looking forward to it.
Is there a website? Is it Cliff Godwin Camps?
CliffGodwinBaseballCamps.com.
CliffGodwinBaseballCamps.com.
Sign up on there.
Yeah, you can go to the website, get the exact dates and that kind of thing, and you can sign up there, and that means a lot too. I know to you and to the baseball program, and really for the kids themselves to get to come out and be around the Pirate baseball players. I mean, this is a unique community where we're kind of small in nature, but you can come out and play ball with a Zach Agnos or a Lane Hoover and that kind of thing.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to have players, again, working it this year, and, there'll be, a bunch of different players, past and current players working. So, have a couple high school coaches around, but the Greenville community loves ECU baseball, and, it's, really a reward to them to come out and, see the guys and, maybe give a little instruction, but more importantly, have some fun.
And it gets hot that time of the year. You guys bring the slip and slide out, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Friday,
that's
big
the best,
slip and
isn't it?
slide day. Yeah. Everybody loves that.
Does Coach do that, Coach Godwin?
Yeah, he's done it a couple times
I bet he
before.
has. Yeah.
Working hard. Got to get a little wet.
Yeah. Get out there on the slip and slide. But those, again, Cliff Godwin Camps, CliffGodwinBaseballCamps.com, that website. So check that out if you have a young one that might be interested into the camp situation. All right, let's take a look. With 3 weeks to go, the standings, East Carolina 11-4, a one-game lead over Houston and UCF at 10-5 and 10-5. The Pirates have the tiebreaker over UCF, and the Pirates will play the Houston Cougars the last 3 games of the regular season. And that series could come down to the American regular season championship, but still we've got some baseball to be played. Tulane is 9-6. They're 2 games behind the Pirates right now. Cincinnati comes in at 7-8. Memphis at 5-10. South Florida and Wichita State both at 4-11 when you look at the records. Now, I know this is one of those things. This is some of that poison that Coach Godwin will talk about, but when you look at the schedule, the Pirates have Memphis at the bottom of the standings, USF at the bottom of the standings, and then Houston is very much at the top. The problem with the American, well, not the problem, but the situation is you play 3 games. So Cincinnati was swept. If Cincinnati had swept East Carolina, they'd be at the top. I mean, that's just where you're looking at. And every game is so critical, but you have to take those games one game at a time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And everybody's up there at the top, and, any weekend could swing it the other way. So, that's what we talk about all the time, taking it one game at a time, one pitch at a time, and, continuing to play our brand of baseball is going to have the most success.
And we were talking about this during the commercial break, but the season is a marathon. I mean, we were talking about the opening weekend. It seems like it was a year and a half, 2 years, ago. But all of a sudden, when you get down to this time of the season, you kind of can see the ending, and you can kind of say, hey, you've got to win some games. You got to get to postseason because the season is quickly winding down.
Right. Coming down to the, back stretch here. So, you look at the schedule, and, we're really excited to go on the road and, play Memphis, but we're just trying to take it one game at a time, and then we know if we play our brand of baseball and do the things that we want to do, it'll take care of itself.
Well, let's talk about some of the players for this East Carolina baseball team and give us some insight maybe. I'm really a fan of a bunch of these guys, but like a guy like Zach Agnos, who at one point is at third base in his career, and then the schedule is for him to go to second base. Now he's at shortstop, and he does it all really, really well.
Sure does.
And then if you need somebody to get somebody out, Coach Godwin brings his glove out and says, okay, give me an out, big boy, got to have it. And he's able to do everything, and he does it with a smile on his face.
Oh, he sure does. He's always laughing, always talking. I love Zach, and talk about a really good athlete that can play any position on the field and then get you a save when he needs to. So he's unbelievable. Great second baseman, great third baseman, great shortstop. So anywhere we put him, he always does the job, and has gotten hot with the bat lately.
Much better player than his brother, Jake. Just kidding, Jake may listen to that. I fell in love with that Agnos family, years ago when Jake was just, what he did on the mound for East Carolina and some of the big games that he pitched in. It was just amazing. And then to see Zach come along and just the career that he's had. And as you said, he's heating up with the bat where every time he's at the plate, he's going to put the bat on the ball right now. And more times than not, he's going to get a hit.
Oh, it's special right now. He's having really good at-bats, and it's fun to watch him. The way he goes about his business every day, taking care of his stuff and, just doing it the right way. And I think he's, really evolved into a leader, and the young guys kind of look up to him and see how it's supposed to look.
And, that leadoff batter for East Carolina under Cliff Godwin's regime, it kind of fluctuates with the type of player that he wants up there. Sometimes, he'll put a Bryson Worrell in that slot, or he'll put, a Bryant Packard was in that slot for a while. I mean, he'll put the theory, I think, is I'm going to put my best hitter up there and give him the most at bats. With Zach, I mean, you've got not a prototypical leadoff hitter, but pretty close to it, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, no, I think he, any spot in the order, I think Zach would have success in.
Right.
I think, it's just about comfortability and, who's going to have the best success after you got Lane Hoover behind Zach, you got JC behind him. So just the order, just how, you have success with who's hitting after him. So, but he's done a really good job.
And putting the batting order together is kind of a process, because we'll always ask, in the preseason, like, what's your batting order going to be like? But it's more or less a process that you have to kind of, tweak some things along the way and to get it like you like it. And then once you get it like you like it, a coach will switch it up every once in a while in some, slots. But really, I think right now at the top especially, and Lane Hoover, just the way he goes about his business, I mean, he's got to be like a gnat to other teams. I mean, he's all over the place. He's such a hustler. He can get on anyway. I kind of compared him to like in fast pitch softball, the slappers. I mean, and they get a running start and slapping the ball, but he beats the ball on the ground, or he'll hit it in a gap, or he just does everything.
Yeah, he sure does. And teams hate pitching to him.
Yeah,
right?
they got to.
He's a pest, and he's thing about Lane Hoover, he's got some juice in there. He's got a lot of strength, and he's had some doubles this year that he's hit the ball in the gap, and it just kind of helps him out. It opens up the field a little bit more for him, so he can go back to those line drives over the shortstop, and the bunts, and the infield hits, and he's just a pest up there at the plate.
He really handles the bat so very well. It's hard to find guys that can handle the bat that well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and he does a good job with anything that we do. He's a good bunter. He can slash. He can, just put pressure on the defense in different ways. And, especially when Zach's over there at first base and you got Hoover up, you got to play the infield a little differently. So it opens up things.
Does he look at situations when he goes to bat that he knows a pitcher, if a pitcher's known for staying low in the strike zone, he knows he can go and beat one in the dirt, or does he look at all those situations, or is it kind of like a more situational where coach will give him the sign and he just does what the sign says?
Yeah, I think it's more of the sign, and Hoover's done many things at the plate for us, just including bunt, slash, and all that stuff. But he's just trying to look for a pitch that he can handle. Whether he beats it in the ground, he's going to run hard and probably get on first. But he's trying to look for a pitch that he can handle and hit through the middle of the field.
I remember the year Lane got hurt late in the year, and you could almost tell that this is going to hurt our lineup because Lane's not in it. And obviously, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it really, and it does have an effect because he's so good at everything.
Yeah, it is. And that was last year, and you're just missing your spark plug. Hooves our spark plug, and he does things the right way, and when he's on base, good things happen.
Yeah, he's a great player, fun to watch. Jacob Jenkins Coward, he was in the middle of that little skirmish when Coach Godwin got tossed. He was, at first you could tell he was kind of like, I'm going to try to keep my coach out of trouble. And he kind of got away and said, look, this is not my fight. But I tell you what, he's hit some balls this year that may never be found. I mean, he's hit some bombs.
He sure has. He's done a really good job with sticking to his plan, and Coach Godwin's worked with him throughout the fall, and he's kind of maturing as a young freshman, maturing into the hitter that we want him to be. I think it was at Cincinnati, hit a ball off their basketball arena. So,
yeah. I saw that one.
He's definitely got some power in there for sure.
He does. Some of those low pitches, and he goes down and gets them. And, as a pitcher, you got to be thinking, if I keep it low, they're not going to do too much with it, but he does a lot with it.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
He does a lot with it. Colby Bortles live in the studio with us on this Monday after a Pirate sweep over Cincinnati. We'll take another commercial break. Back with more on our show on the Brian Bailey Show on Pirate Radio on this Monday after this.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victra will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
Seared Chop House is Greenville's only true chop house. We're open 7 days a week. Seared combines a remarkable menu with an unrivaled atmosphere. Lunch or dinner at Seared is a quality-driven experience where we highlight a thoughtful approach to locally sourced ingredients and hearty, flavor-rich cuisine. We're firing up the grill at Seared, Greenville's only true chop house, located on Fire Tower Road at Bell's Fork. Come see us at Seared 7 days a week.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville. Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to celebrate graduation with Wings Over by ordering a large tray of wings, tenders, and waffle fries. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
Pirate Radio is the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities. Community-owned utilities mean local control, low rates, and high reliability. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to our show. Volunteer assistant coach Colby Bortles for East Carolina Pirate Baseball is our guest. Pirates with that sweep this past weekend go to 27-18 on the year and 11-4 in the American Athletic Conference. And I like to say it like this: the Pirates are right where we all expect them to be. And sometimes, and I think Cliff's right, we do take things for granted around here because we just take it for granted that the Pirates are going to be up near the top, and it's not that easy, is it?
No, it sure isn't. It's hard to win college baseball games. Yeah. So, we've had a lot of success in the past and have a lot of great players in the past and right now. So, it's hard to win baseball games, and we're just trying to win, take one pitch at a time.
All right, we're going down the line. I'm kind of getting an idea of some of the guys, give you some insight. But Bryson Worrell had the big day yesterday, and as you said, one of the cool things about hitting, being a switch hitter, if you hit a home run on both sides of the plate, he pulled that off yesterday.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'd never experienced that. I only hit right-handed, but that's got to be a cool feeling. Usually I talk to Joey Barini, who's also a switch hitter, and he says he just feels like he never has, he never feels great from both sides. One time he feels good from lefty, the other time he feels good from righty. So, it's hard to switch hit. There's a lot of work that goes into it. You're basically hitting
Hitting twice.
Hitting twice every round and certain stuff like that we do pregame. So, he had a big day and hit those 2 balls a long ways.
And he's got so much talent that the sky's the limit pretty much. I mean, he's loaded.
Yeah, he sure is. He's got every tool that you can have. He's a great center fielder, runs well, throws well, can hit from both sides of the plate, can hit for average, can hit for power. So, he's really fun to watch, and when it's clicking, it's awesome.
And we talked about Josh Moylan a little bit earlier in the year. Got off to a little bit of a slow start, but really he's coming on, and he's a lot of fun to watch because he can hit the baseball.
Sure is. He's great to watch, and we talked about a little bit of a rough start, but he's really coming on. He sees pitches probably better than anybody on our team. Just putting pressure on him. He has good takes on pitches out of the zone that a lot of people would swing at, right? So he's done a really good job, and like I said before, just the confidence part of Josh and having all the confidence in the world.
Some of the other players, I think that kind of stay under the radar a little bit, but they've had some really outstanding games. Jacob Stallings comes to mind because he's really solidified in that middle of the infield.
Yeah, he has. He's done a good job, kind of taking ownership in that position and, playing great defense day in and day out, and, has good at-bats, was really hot early and then kind of faded off a little bit, but now he's coming back, and just that's what we kind of preach 1 through 9, to have consistent good at bats up and down the order. Teams are going to be a little bit scared of you to pitch to have that consistent good offense.
Alek Makarevich had the 2-run shot in Game 1 against Cincinnati, and AMAC, he really does a great job defensively down at third, and he can also hit the baseball.
Sure does. Unbelievable third baseman. Makes great plays and makes them look easy. But yeah, another guy, switch hitter, who's done a really good job, works hard at it, and Coach Godwin has worked hard with him, and he's done a really good job. I think he's up there close with the RBI leader on our team, so does a good job and gets the guys in.
Talk about the catcher position a little bit, because Ben Newton's come on, and he's really got a little pop in his bat from the 9th slot.
Yeah, he does. Sure does. And he's a good hitter. He's a mature hitter, kind of knows already what the pitcher's trying to do, and just kind of sticks to his plan. But he can for sure run one out of the yard at any moment.
When you look at what Ryder Giles has done this year, because and you kind of look at when you start, and we talked about the process you guys go through, but Ryder, has processed up until the Friday night starter pretty much, and he has a little bit of struggles lately, but still the job that he's done on the mound whenever you guys desperately needed it, I think that speaks volumes.
Yeah, it sure does. It's not easy. I mean, he was, this season playing shortstop every day and hitting for us, and when we needed him to, he was pitching, and then it evolved into him starting, and then evolved into him being the Friday guy. So it's definitely not easy, and credit to him for allowing us to do that. Somebody could have been, no, I want to play shortstop, I want to that I don't want to do this. So credit to him for being selfless and kind of just taking that ownership and taking that role, and whatever the team needs, he'll do.
I know East Carolina likes to be known as two-way U, because you got the pitchers that play infield and can do everything. But really, when you look at what you guys have to go through, that's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And talk about Agnos and just how athletic he is. Talking about Ryder, one of the greatest defensive shortstops in the country, just running out there on Friday night on the mound. So, just really athletic guys that Coach Palumbo and Coach Godwin recruit, and whatever the team needs, they'll help.
Well, what makes Ryder so difficult to hit as a hitter when you know the ball's coming in there at 80 miles per hour?
Yeah.
But what makes him so difficult to hit?
I think it's just different. It's extremely different. I don't think anybody has ever seen that from that arm angle. It's definitely going to move a bunch. It's going to sink, and then on top of that, he's got a slider that will move 2 feet, starting at the right-hander's back and moving in for a strike, and then with the changeup, and he's throwing 83, 84, but everything can be for strikes. So he's keeping everybody off balance, and he does a good job letting the defense work. As a position player, he played short, and when he was at shortstop, he wanted quick early contact so he can make plays and feel involved. So he has that kind of piece in his mind already that he wants to get the defense involved.
So he works quickly, and he's a good defensive player, obviously. And I saw a pop-up the other day, and I thought, the pitcher never goes for, but in this situation, you want him to call the pop-up.
Ride or catch it.
Exactly. Somebody get under it, Roger, go ahead and take it. Because we've seen plenty of those through the years. And the Majors had a couple of problems. I think the Reds are 3-18. Did I read that right today? And they put on social media like 3 or 4 pop-ups in a row that the Reds
did see that.
Didn't play very well.
It had to be tough wind.
Yeah, I'd say it was something going on with that. When you look at this team as you sit here, the health of this team, is the team pretty healthy?
Oh yeah. There's always some nicks and bruises going on, as we get late in the season. But as a whole, we're healthy, and we're excited to continue to play.
I know the idea with Coach Maynard was to get him back this weekend. I talked to Cliff the other night, and he said he really wasn't sure if that was going to happen, and it didn't happen. I think with Coach Maynard, it seems like that you don't want to bring him back too early because you really need him, as the postseason, the American tournament, hopefully the NCAA regionals, but hopefully he can get back out there because he brings just a maturity to the mound that you guys probably need.
No, he sure does.
Sure you do.
He sure does. And even when he's out, he brings, that maturity and leadership into the dugout every day. So, we're happy to have him. And, whenever, he can get healthy and help us out on the mound, that'd be great. But he's done a good job kind of leading the dugout as well.
The other thing that I've always talked to Coach Godwin about and Coach Palumbo about is the fact that you have to find roles for everybody, and everybody has to buy into their role. And it may not be their role for their entire career, but it's their role for right now. Is that hard to do?
Yeah, it's got to be difficult for guys. I mean, everybody that has come into the East Carolina program has been the guy at their high school, their star at the travel ball team. So it's definitely different. But Coach Godwin does a really good job just getting guys to buy into us, getting guys to buy into East Carolina baseball. Eventually the young guys will be the stars on this team eventually in the next couple of years. So, but how do we get the guys to buy in so we can have success now and not have selfish players on our team?
What did you know about East Carolina before you got here?
Not a whole lot. Yeah. Not a whole lot. Coach Godwin recruited me to Ole Miss, so when he got the job at East Carolina, I knew a little bit of it, but didn't know a whole lot first time I ever came here. Was kind of when I got the job. So,
what do you think so far?
I love it. I love it. Greenville's an awesome place, special place. It's a great town. Love, obviously Friday nights at with the Pirate fans in the jungle going crazy is awesome, and it's a cool place.
I talked about it at the banquet this year when I was emceeing it, but one of the great sounds that you'll ever hear is a Friday regional game whenever the Pirates take the field, because the place is absolutely packed, and it's just and Coach always says it gives him chill bumps to think about it. But it's just really just a neat deal, and and maybe we, I don't think we take it for granted, but we just enjoy it so much, and the Pirates have a shot every year that they can, things happen, that kind of thing, but you just love the fact when they get to host a regional. That's really cool. But I will say one of the biggest thrills I've had in my broadcasting career was going to Charlottesville the year that East Carolina knocked off Virginia and went to the Super Regionals from there. That was really cool winning on the road like that, because they were the defending national champs, and so that was something else for sure. All right, let's take our final break. Colby Bortles live in the studio with us, East Carolina volunteer assistant coach. We'll look at the schedule, kind of preview the rest of the way. We got about 7 minutes or so to go when we come back. Back with more to wrap things up with Coach Bortles after this.
Are you ready for a new career? Victra is the largest independent retailer for one of the nation's largest cellular providers, and Victra's contact center is hoping to interview you and offer you a job. Get ready. Victra is holding a 2-day hiring event at the Greenville Convention Center on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Victra has open positions for customer care representatives as well as sales representatives for consumer and business sales. Benefits include incredible commission potential, paid face-to-face training, medical, dental, vision, paid time off, a 50% discount on your wireless bill, access to wages prior to payday, and 401k matching. Visit pit-jobs.com or search Victra Contact Center on Facebook for info about the hiring event on May 3rd and 4th. Bring your resume and dress for success. Victor will be conducting interviews and offering jobs on Tuesday, May 3rd and Wednesday, May 4th at the Greenville Convention Center. Go to pit-jobs.com for more info.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
It's bow time. Have you ever wondered why Bojangles Chicken Supremes are called Supremes? Well, with golden crispy chicken tenderloins this juicy, tender, and full of bold flavor, what else would you call them? Superbs? Nah, that would be weird. Get your 4-piece Chicken Supremes combo today with a scratch-made biscuit, your choice of fixin', legendary iced tea, and your favorite sauce for dipping. Download our app to order ahead. It's bow time.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. New Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
This is Ryder Giles, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, working for our community, not for shareholders. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to our show as we wrap things up with Colby Bortles, East Carolina volunteer assistant coach. Let's talk about the summer and fall winter camps again very quickly. You can go to the website. The website again is
CliffGodwinBaseballCamps.com.
CliffGodwinBaseballCamps.com, and you can check it out. You have got camps in the summertime. They go late June and into July. In the fall, there's a camp. In the wintertime. Wintertime's around, is it the Christmas week when you guys do a camp?
Yeah, we have a, we call it the Elite 100 or prospect camp.
Okay.
That we, try to get high school guys come, around, and then we might also have a youth camp there as well.
Okay. And when you think about camps, I mean, the way recruiting has gone in baseball now, the camps are a big deal. The AAU teams, some of the travel teams, that's a big deal. And, of course, the high school teams are a big deal.
Right. Whenever you can get, local guys that are around Greenville come to camp, that's, always a plus. And then, just any guys that, we kind of want to look at a little bit more and have them around. And then, of course, the youth camp's just all about, getting the guys in and seeing our players and kind of seeing our facilities and having fun.
All right, Memphis is up next for East Carolina. 3-game series starting this weekend. Have you started your scouting report on the Tigers yet?
I looked at it this morning.
Did you? Good.
Haven't really dove in quite yet.
And that scouting report, you guys use video, you use stats, you use there's a whole lot of different tools that you guys use for that.
Yeah, a lot of video, stats, obviously. Just kind of anything that we can find. Obviously, in the beginning of the year is a little different, trying to look up high school video and stuff like that for those freshmen. But late in the year, it's pretty easy with the video. You can it's easily accessible, and you can watch those guys and figure out their tendencies and stuff like that.
Got to look forward to coming home because the homestand is an 8-game homestand. It starts with Duke. That'll be a great atmosphere at Clark LeClaire Stadium that night.
Yeah, really looking forward to that, and hopefully get the Pirate fans back in there and pack the place out and having great energy like we've had this weekend.
South Florida comes to town 23-20 after that. They're only 4-11 in the American, and you look. I think fans have a tendency to look at records and that kind of thing. I think what players look at is what the information that you guys present them. I don't think, and I know Coach well enough that the records doesn't matter. Here's what we got to do, and we got to take care of our business, and that's just what we got to do.
Absolutely. You know, Coach Godwin says it all the time and says it the best. You got to take care of your own business. Can't worry about, you know, who we're playing and what they do well. You know, it's our job to figure that out. And, you know, the simplest, you know, easiest, best version for them to attack the certain player, hitter, pitcher, you know, works best for them. So when in doubt, keep it simple, and we got to take care of our business first. And, you know, we talk about it all the time, but you're playing yourselves in the game.
And Campbell, of course, comes to town the next week, the final week of the regular season. And that final weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the Houston Cougars come to town. As we sit here with 3 weeks to go in the regular season, East Carolina 11-4, Houston at 10-5. And again, Central Florida is at 10-5. The Pirates have the tiebreaker over Central Florida. It remains to be seen what happens between East Carolina and Houston. But what a great atmosphere that would be. A 3-game series if the American regular season championship is on the line. I mean, man, that'll get some fans out.
Oh, absolutely. That would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be a blast. When you look at what's going on a weekend, when you guys are playing, how much scoreboard watching is going on? Do you not worry about it all until you get back to the room and you kind of glance and see what everybody else did? Or
yeah, just kind of after the fact, after the game, you know, just kind of glance and see what happened. Just because, you know, you know these teams and you've played these teams, so they're just familiar, right? You know what you know what players they have and the guys that have success against us and other teams. So it's just kind of fun to watch and see how, you know, teams do against each other. And obviously it's your conference and you're looking at that as well.
It'll be nice this week not to have a midweek game, I would think.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah. Nice, you know, nice get the guys an off day a little bit and, you know, have them fresh and ready to go.
And you got to go to Rendezvous this weekend. At some point, you got to get the boys some ribs at Rendezvous at Memphis.
Absolutely. Get some good food there.
That'll be fun. All right, Pirates at Memphis for 3, and then home for 8. Duke, USF for 3, Campbell, and then Houston for 3. Colby Bortles, our guest today. Coach, thanks so much for joining us today. We certainly enjoyed the conversation, and can't wait to see you guys play some more baseball. This has been it's been an up and down season, but I tell you what, it's certainly on the upswing. 27-18 in first place, where the Pirates should be 11-4 in the American season, and 3 weekends still to go. So, Coach, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me, Brian. Appreciate
That's
it.
Colby Bortles, East Carolina Volunteer Assistant Coach, and that is our show for today. Have yourself a great sports week, and we'll see you back here next week on The Brian Bailey Show.
This has been The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, and also brought to you by
Angus Grill, Bostic Sugg Furniture, Bojangles, East Coast Grading, Papa John's, Pepsi, Seared Chop House, Taft and Hagler, Tiebreakers, and Greenville Auto World.
Join us next week for another edition of The Brian Bailey Show, right here on